You've been saying it for weeks,
for 6
months.
Yeah, I've been saying that for 6 months. Just get him tied down, and basically, Laurie, I would just give him a blank cheque and tell him to fill in a number that he's happy with. I mean, and I don't say that flippantly. If Celtic were to lose him, and I don't think he will go, or he'll be sacked, he'll be there for at least 14 more months. Genuinely, who would Celtic get that's better than Brendan Rodgers? That gets things that Craig's been talking about in terms of range as well. That gets Glasgow, that gets the club, that gets the city, that can work with the media. That's a wonderful tactician who's got the respect of most people in the game. So the amount of boxes that he ticks, for me, there is no better option at this time for Celtic than to get Brendan Rodgers. I'm sure that if Brendan has fruitful talks with Dermot Desmond, because it will come down to Brendan and Dermot Desmond, then they can go and get it over the line. And I think every Celtic supporter like yourself, Laurie, would be happy if they could get that bit of business done sooner rather than later.
Okay, he spoke the other day about 3 years, I think. Remember, cycle with players. He was being asked about, would some of the Japanese players move on or whatever, and he said maybe managers as well. He didn't give anything away, but if he was to go next summer, not this summer,
I think he's got an appetite to stay, Paul.
I think
there's an appetite to stay. There's an appetite to extend his deal by at least 2 years.
That's
I would
the first time I've heard that. I'm not saying that there's been no indication that he doesn't want to, but wow, so you think there's an appetite?
There's an appetite.
Brendan
There's a
Rodgers
willingness
to
from
stay.
Brendan to extend his deal, in my opinion.
Wow.
And I think if there's that kind of appetite, then it's a no-brainer. And I think that look, I think the most important thing for Brendan is having the assurances that he's in control of who's going to come to the football club in terms of players. He gets that in place, then okay, I understand why he would want to stay. But to be fair, I was also hoping, Paul, maybe there were some Spanish clubs that were maybe going to come into play.
Hoping.
I think Celtic need change, Mark. Laurie, I think Celtic need change.